as we just settle into the ground, finding the shoulder blades, letting the palms open up, head heavy. And we'll start off straight away just by finding some gentle rocks of your pelvis. So we just start to let the pelvis kind of tip and release. So you feel this shift in the lower back of it, finding a little bit of pressure into the floor, and then a little bit of space. And then after you've done that a few times, I'd like to just find something that feels like it's your neutral spine. So there's that just little natural bit of space in the lower back. The rib cage is as relaxed as you can find, and the shoulder blades are settling into the ground. From here, we'll take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine drawing your belly button up to your rib cage. We'll float one leg onto the tabletop. The second leg can come up onto the tabletop. So both legs are up. We take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll just take one leg back down, and then we'll join it with the other leg. So just starting at a very steady tempo. We'll do the same again, but starting with the opposite leg. So as you exhale, belly button stretches towards the rib cage. One leg lifts, the second leg lifts, the leg lowers, and it comes back down. If you feel ready straight away, we can go for both legs together. So you either continue with single legs, or you take both legs up, and we take both legs down. And your main aim here is to keep everything within the torso as still as possible. So your back stays in the same position. We don't let it arch more or press down more. You stay in your neutral. You try not to let the hip bones rock. You try to keep your hips as still as possible. And the rib cage just stays relaxed into the body. And you can use your hands in any way you wish to check those things. So sometimes it can be helpful to touch the hip bones, to touch the rib cage, to check in with the lower back, notice if it's arching or pressing down more. And our neutrals will all be different. So even like an imprint, depending on our spinal alignments, the imprint may not be as pushed into the floor as somebody else. So you're really working with what feels right within your body. Just do a couple more. Really thinking about that lengthening of the belly button. So it's like a stretching of your belly button towards the rib cage that initiates the lift of the legs. Now on this next one, we're going to keep the legs lifted so they stay in your tabletop. I'd like us to flex the feet today, so you've got a bit of energy in those heels. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to push one leg away. And again, you're trying to keep your spine as is. So we're not allowing any changes within the torso. Swap legs, take a little press away. And back in. Now I've just fully lengthened my legs, but for your body you might want to keep it quite small. So there is also a way of getting just as much activation, if I can get all those words out, without moving the leg too much. So you can also find just as much engagement with small presses away as you can with big presses away. It's all about how we engage with the sensation. What I would say as well is if you tend to have kind of quite fiery hip flexors, it might be worth taking smaller movements and playing with how you can get the engagement there as opposed to taking big movements of the legs. We're going to continue with this and we're going to add the arms. So I'd like you to take your arms up towards the ceiling. You're going to go opposite arm to leg. The opposite arm is going to reach over the head as we lengthen the leg away, and then everything comes back in. If you're looking for an extra challenge, try to push the leg through the space as opposed to up and over. So the leg really pushes through, like you're kind of kicking something out of the way. You're trying to push through a wall rather than kind of taking the up and over action. So going through. Just even yourself out, beautiful. Let's do one more either side. And then on that next one, just keep both legs in that tabletop. Let's take both arms up towards the ceiling, and we're going to just press the legs away. So both legs press away. Again, it could be a little press, it could be a big press, depending on what feels most suitable for your body. And imagine once more pushing through, beautiful. Now option to add the arms. So as the legs press away, yes, that's the one. We reach the arms over the head and everything comes back in. And again, legs press, arms reach, and we come back in. Keeping that length in the waist, not allowing that spine to go into your arch, your imprint, trying to keep everything long and lengthened here. Let's take around 3 more, pressing away and in, beautiful. 2 more, press away and in. Last one, you're going to press away. So the arms are over the head, the legs are pressed away. What you're going to do with your legs is you're going to do little pushes, like you're kind of cycling. You're just pushing the heels. You go push, 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 push. Could you press those legs a little bit further away? You've got 8 here. You've got 7. Keep breathing for me. Go 6. Could those legs go a little bit lower? We've got 4. You've got 3. No hold. In 2 and 1. Bring it in. Hug those knees in. Take a little rock for me. Take some wiggles of the feet as well, get those ankles moving a bit. And then we'll just take hold of the knees and do some circles, particularly for those hips, just getting the hip sockets moving a little bit. Let's take those circles in the opposite direction. So it's one of my favourite moves actually, this. And then let's put both feet down into the ground. I'd like you to walk your feet out. So you're going to go toe, heel, toe. So your feet, if you've got a mat, your toes are coming off your mat, if that helps to find your distance. So you're quite wide with the legs and the knees are pressing out gently. From here, we're going to start to press the pelvis up. We're not going to roll, we're going to go for more of a neutral. So you're just going to push the hips up, keeping the knees as wide as you can. Make sure the knees are over the toes, and then we're going to press the pelvis back down. Again, we're going to push the pelvis up and down. Pelvis presses up and down. Keep that going for me. Up and down. Go up and down. Your up and down will be dependent on your rib cage really. So take the hips as high as you can without kind of allowing the rib cage to flare open too much. So kind of work out what that range of motion may be for you. As I mentioned, we keep an eye on the knees so they're not drifting in and out, they're just staying kind of as stable as possible, pushing out over those toes. And because we're turned out, we should hopefully be able to switch on the outer part of the glutes a little bit more, but also send a lot of focus to your inside thigh. Not sure why I'm stroking my hand whilst I do that, but really think about the inside thigh. It can be slightly quieter than other parts of the body, so you might need a little bit of extra focus. Let's take 3 more of these, pressing up and down, pressing up and down. On the next one, keep your push up, and we take presses up with the pelvis, so pelvis goes up and up and up. So now they're really small movements. You've got 4, you've got 3, you've got 2. Keep the up and start to take little wraps of the knees, so your knees wrap out and out. For now, your toes are pressing into the floor as well, so heels and toes, wrap the knees out and out. We've got 4, we've got 3. We take 1 lift, 1 wrap, so we go lift, wrap open, lift, wrap open, go lift, wrap open. We play with the tempo, we go lift, wrap, hold. So you go lift, wrap, hold, lift, wrap, hold, lift, wrap, hold, go lift, wrap, hold. 2 more, we lift, wrap, hold. Last time, go lift, hold the wrap, stay there. Just start to flex the heels, so you're really digging the heels into the ground now. Your toes come off, and we come back to little lifts here. So we push up and up and up. You've got 5, then we come into full range again. 4, go 3. We take the hips down to the floor a little bit quicker. We go down, we push up. You go down, you push up. 6 more, heels digging in the floor, go up. 5 more, we go down, push up. And we really want to feel that heat now on the wrap around the glutes. 3 more, we go down and up. 2 more for me, down and up. Last time, go down, keep it up, stay there, and we take those little lifts again. You've got 4 lifts, you've got 3 lifts. Keep the lift, we go into that wrap. Here we go wrap, little wraps and wrap and wrap. 4 more, that's 4, go 3. We take a lift and a wrap, so we take 1 lift, 1 wrap, 1 lift, 1 wrap. 2 more, go lift. We play with the tempo. We've got a lift, wrap, hold. So we go lift, wrap, hold, lift, wrap, hold, go lift, wrap, hold. 3 more, then we're nearly there. 2 more, go lift, wrap, hold. Last time, go lift, wrap, hold the hold, push the pelvis up higher. See if you could press the arms up higher. Now wrap the knees as wide as you can. You hold it there for me. Just give the head a gentle rock from side to side. Relax the shoulders. Hold it here for 8. Spread those toes wide in the air. So try and find space between the toes. You've got 5. Could that pelvis get a little bit higher for me? We've got 3. You're going to give me quick lifts of the hips to finish. So the hips go up, up, up. For 6, that's 5. Go 4. You've got it. For 3, go 2. And 1, gently relax down through the spine. Relax those toes, bring those knees in again, give yourself a gentle rock. Let's pop both feet into the ground, just taking your right foot over left thigh. Let the knee hang out so you just get a little bit of space in the hips. You could take that into a deeper stretch if you wish, so feel free to bring the legs off and into the chest. You could also grab hold of the leg and bring it in towards you. And then just repeat that on the second side. So just taking the second leg over, knee opens out. Again, we can pull the knee in towards the chest if that feels good, if you need that deeper stretch. If not, stay as are. Lovely, relax the legs. If you're sideways to me, you're going to take your back leg, so your leg that's furthest away from me, and stretch it away, toes are flexed. If you're not, feel free to choose the leg you're going to take first. I'm going to put my hands behind my head because I prefer my head to be a little more lifted. You could grab a pillow as well if that's a preference for you. If you feel comfortable as you are, do so. Your foot is flexed, so your long leg, your foot is flexed, and you're thinking that your little toe is wrapping around towards your big toe slightly. Knee is facing the ceiling. You're going to push the heel away. Take an exhale, push down into your foot that's on the floor and just lift the leg off a few inches. We then lower the leg back down. And again, you push down into your foot that's in the ground, you push your heel away of your long leg, you lift it just a few inches off the floor, and then we lower it down. You're going to keep this going for me. You can do this several times. Pushing down into your foot that's on the ground, push the heel away, wrap the little toe around, lift that leg just off the ground, and we lower. Keep it going for me. Push the heel away, stretching, stretching. So here we're really looking for a lengthening feeling. So you want to try and activate the hamstrings. What is natural to activate in this is the thigh. It is an exercise for the thigh in essence, but you really want to feel that push away of the heel to stretch the hamstring down the back of the leg. It makes a difference from activating the hamstring, kind of feeling this lengthening down the leg to switch the thigh on, as opposed to the thigh gripping to pull the leg up. It's a slightly different sensation. And we want to kind of get more of the whole leg working in unison together, as opposed to the thigh being a dominant feature of movement. Beautiful. So really finding that push down in the foot as well should be helpful. You're going to take 3 more of these from full range, pushing that heel away, rib cage draws towards the belly button, softening towards the ground in your torso, and we lower. 2 more for me. Press that heel away, feel that length into the back of the leg. Now on the next one, we're going to keep that leg lifted, so the leg stays just off the ground. You're going to give me a bend push. So you're going to go bend push. So you bend the knee, you push the heel away. You bend the knee, you push the heel away. And try and flex your toes towards your shin as much as you can. Again, this will stop the thigh from over-dominating. You really want the back of the leg here. So think from the bum, the hamstring, through the calf, out of the heel. The thigh will naturally switch on. We don't need to over-focus on the thigh. It will naturally do its role. Bend, push. Bend, push. 2 more. Go bend, push. Now keep the push, and we take a push up and hold. Push the leg up and hold. Push it up and hold. Leg is as long as you can find it. Push up and hold. Go up and hold. 2 more. Then we take 1 push up, 1 bend press. So the leg pushes up and then we bend press. It pushes up, we bend press. Push it up, bend press. Keep pulling those toes back to your shin. It can get a little bit achy in the calf and in the front of the body. Go up, bend, push. Beautiful. Go up, bend, push. Give me less on that bend, push, so it really is back of leg, tiny, tiny bend, push. 3 more for me. We go up, bend, push. 2 more. You go up, bend, push. Last time we go up, bend, push. Bring the leg down to the floor. Give it a moment. Take a breath. We're going to come into the next part. Hands come behind the head if they're not already. Take a deep breath in. We go through the same, so you push the heel away, you lift the leg, but this time we just rock the chest up as well. So you can take a little look down, wrap that little toe around, make sure that those knees are facing the ceiling, and then we lower back down again. Let's go. Push that heel away, find a little lift of the chest, and we lower. It's nice and steady, so the core gets that extra little treat of a little more time to switch on. Lovely. Lower and relaxed. And now just settle that breath into your movement. So how do you want to breathe? As you lift leg and torso, it's quite a low position, almost like dish rock. And we lower. You've got 3 more of these. We push away to lift. And we lower. 2 more. Here we go. We push away to lift. and lower. Last time, you're going to push away to lift. You're going to keep the lift for me. The leg is going to take little lifts and lift. So the leg takes a little push up. Now, as you add that little push up with the leg, could you take a little rock of the torso as well? So you've got this little rock forwards of the torso as the leg is pushing up towards the ceiling. We've got 8. Keep that space between your chin and your chest. I just started to lose it. You've just got 4. We go 3. We go 2. Stay here for me and just point the toes. So you're going to stretch the front of your ankle. Change the sensation a little bit. You're going to lift that leg up until both knees are in line, and then you're going to flex the foot, and you're going to lower the leg back down until it's hovering just off the floor. And again, you're going to stretch the ankle, both knees in line. Flex the foot, take it down. Lift that torso as high as you can here. So your torso just rocks forwards that extra little bit. Beautiful. Flexing and lowering, pointing and lifting. 3 more. Flexing and lowering, pointing and lifting. 2 more. Flex to lower, point to lift. Last time we go flex to lower. Point to lift, keep the lift. Little challenge if we're feeling it, to reach forward. You can take hold of your thigh. You're going to use it, take a little impulse, and then see if you can just pull yourself up into your curl position. You're going to use that thigh for a bit of support. If you feel great, let's release those hands. You're going to take little lifts of the leg here, little lifts and lift. It can be helpful to also reach those arms on your diagonal. You've got 8, you've got 7 to a hold. Stay with it, you got it. You go 4, we go 3. We're going to hold for 6 counts, and then we shift positions. If it's available, maybe have a go at reaching those hands. Beautiful. Take a little look up towards the ceiling. Could your leg get a little bit higher to your chest? You've got 4, you've just got 3. We roll back down in 2 and 1. Slowly roll down for me. Just stretch both legs out, reach the arms over the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Oh, that feels great. Ooh, exhale out, and you're going to roll onto your side to face me. Yes, yes, yes. So you can take arm long, arm to support, arm under head, whatever your preference is. Your underneath leg could be bent, straight, whatever's comfortable. Rock around on your hips to find the right position. Now this is the leg we were just using. This is the leg that was up in the air. We're going to still use this leg. From here, we're going to flex the foot. You want to dial your big toe down to the floor slightly so the leg internally rotates just a little. We're going to float the leg up and down. Depending on your pelvis, maybe the leg touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. But leg just floats up and down. Your hip bones are shining forwards. You're looking for some length in the front of the hip. So your hip flexors are quite long. The waist is long, both sides of your waist. You want the bum to be switching on gently and the hamstring to be long and active as well. Really finding that flexion in the foot. It can really be a lot for the ankle and the shin and the calf as well. You've got 3 more of these. We're going up and down. 2 more for me, going up and down. One more time, you're going to go up. You're going to stay up, and from here we take little lifts. We go lift, little lifts and lift. Keep wrapping those toes, opening them wide, big toe towards the ground. You've got 5, you've got 4, you've got 3. Now we're going to go for some rotation. So you're going to push the heel away, you're going to rotate the toes towards the ceiling, and then you're going to rotate the toe back towards the floor. You're going to push the heel away, rotate the toe towards the ceiling, rotate the toe back towards the floor. Now, the range of motion will just depend on our turnout possibilities, which is kind of in some ways just what we are given, so just with the body. So don't try and overforce it, just work within the range that actually is quite comfortable to move through. I mean, I say comfortable, there might be a lot of things burning and stuff, but don't push into kind of adjusting things to find a little bit more turnout. 2 more for me, rotating toes up and down. On the next one, you're going to keep that rotation of the toes up, and we take a bend, push. We go bend, push. We go bend, push. That ankle might be achy, or it might just be mine, but the front of the ankle joint into the shin can really activate. So if you need to release the foot for a moment, do so, and then come back. We've just got 4, we've just got 3, we go for 2. We're going to take the foot back down, but we're going to keep the turn out. You're then going to stretch the ankle to lift the leg back up. You're going to flex the leg to take the leg down. You're going to stretch the ankle to come back up. We're going to flex to go down. We're going to stretch to come up. Really normal for there to be loads of sensation around the whole hip socket here. So all the way from the front of the hip round to the side and the back. You can sometimes really feel that sensation through all of that area. If the turned out position, so I am working in turn out, but if the turned out position is just not feeling great today, then just slot it back into a parallel. It's also fine, it just activates slightly differently. So if the turnout really is not feeling great for us, let's just take a parallel. We're going to go 3 more here. Go 2 more. On the next one, we're going to take it into a full rainbow. So you're going to stretch the ankle, you're going to take the leg all the way up. You want to keep your hips as still as possible. You're going to tap down towards the floor in front. Well, they're going to come all the way back up. And then we're going to tap down to the side. Option here to come up onto the forearm. We're going to tap all the way up and in front. We're going to tap all the way up and to the side. You've got 3 more of these, all the way up and in front. Lovely. So there is then this natural kind of rotation that happens within the hips in order to get the up and over without the hips doing too much of the work at this point. Let's take 1 more, up and to the side. On this last one, you're going to take the leg to the front. It's going to stay to the front. From here, we tap the toes down, down and up. Even though I've lost my toes in the screen. Down, down and up. We go down, down and up. And again, you could be on your forearm or you could stay on the ground. Yeah, let's take a few taps of those glutes if you need it. Little squeeze. You've got 3 more for me. Go tap, tap and up. 2 more. We're on that home straight now. Now, last time, you're going to keep the up for me. Use the hand on the floor if you're on your forearm. Could you push the hips off? Maybe that's a little too crazy for a Saturday, but see how it feels. Could you lift the leg any higher? Maybe we reach the arm. You're going to hold there for 6. Yes, we've got it, everyone. Stay with me. You've got 4. We go 3. Give me 6 lifts. Just 6 lifts of the leg, then you come out. We can do it. You've got 4. Go 3. Go 2 and 1. Relax it all the way down. Just give that hip a little bit of a tap. Let's bring that body through to the centre for me, just to face me for a moment. Take both feet into your parallel and just take a couple of rocks from side to side of the knees. We will take a little release. We'll release both sides. So you're going to just bend your underneath leg, take your other leg on top, hug it in. That can be quite an intense set. So if this is enough, stay here. You can also twist. There is also the option to have the underneath leg long and hugging the thigh in. So any variation. Just hold it there for a few more moments. Wherever you are, just pull the thigh in towards you and just lengthen the spine a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. And then we'll switch legs, so just take that stretch into the other side as well. Again, your variations are open to you, straight leg, bent leg, chest forwards, or coming into your spiral. Take another deep breath here. And then slowly releasing the legs. You're going to turn your body so you're looking the other way. So we're ready to come onto our second side. So if you just turn around so your eye line is in the opposite direction. Before we come down onto the ground, we're going to take a little bit of movement for those arms. We're going to take a very brief, quick set. So your hands are on the floor, fingertips are facing forwards. I mentioned the other day, for me, because my shoulders are sometimes a bit tight, I rotate my fingers out on a slight diagonal. So really see also what feels best for your body. And we're going to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, if you feel like it's available straight the way, you're going to take the hips off straight the way. We're going to do 8 full range of these tricep presses. So we're just going to take a bend and up. Go bend and up. 6 more. You've got 6. Remember, your hips can rest on the floor anytime. 4 more. Go 4 and up. It's a quick set today. 2 more. We go down and up. Go down. Now take the bend halfway. Give me little bends. You've just got 8. Go 7 for 6. Open the collarbones. Take your eye line up slightly. You've got 3. We're going to press the hips all the way up towards the ceiling, and you're going to bend press. Bend press. Remember, if this isn't feeling great, you just have those hips on the floor. You've got 5 more here. Go 5. Go 4. For 3, go 2. You hold that press to finish. Push the hips up high. If it's available, you stretch one leg into your reverse plank. Maybe that second leg joins it. Push the hips up higher. Now, wherever you are, you hold it there. You've got 6. You've got 5. I would like you to give me 8 bend presses of the elbows to finish. Wherever you are, hips up, legs long, hips on the floor. Just bend press those arms for 7. Bend press 6. You come down in 5, in 4, in 3. Go 2. And 1, bring it down for me, beautiful. Just release the body over those legs. Take your hands, pressing the back of the hands into the floor. Take a breath. Let's rotate the hands around, just gently pressing the palms, opening the chest a little here. And then releasing those arms, interlace the fingertips, take a push foot through, full. Sometimes I want to say too many words at the same time. I think I want to say forwards and through, maybe also in front. So it just becomes one weird word. You can take a sway here if you like. And then gently releasing those arms. Let's roll down through the spine, why not? A little extra bonus. Flex the feet, reach the arms forwards, take a breath in. And then as we exhale, push the heels away and just slowly roll yourself down through the spine. We're not coming back up, so you can just roll down nice and gently. Oh yes, and enjoy a moment. Here we go, before all the fun begins all over again. So if we flipped around, hopefully we should be able to bend our front leg, your leg that's closest to me if you're sideways on, and flexing your back leg. If you took a different position, then just make sure you're on your second leg. So toes are going to pull back towards the calf. So you really feel this lengthening before the leg even comes on the floor. We push down into the foot of our bent leg and we start to float our long leg just off the ground, really pushing that heel away, and then we lower back down. And again, we push the heel away, we feel that lengthening in order to push upwards and back down. Remember, you can have something underneath your head if a little bit of height feels better, or your hands. And we really think about the little toe wrapping around towards the big toe slightly as well. Again, this can create a lot of sensation in the front of the ankle, in the front of the shin. So do take moments when you need the moments to just settle the body. Each time the leg lifts as well, there's a feeling of your belly button stretching up towards the rib cage. So we're constantly pushing one thing away and one thing towards. So there's this kind of work in opposition happening at all times to create more and more space. We take a few more of these. You can maybe even close your eyes and just settle into what the sensation is that's going on for you. Thinking about the bum, thinking about the hamstring, remembering the thigh doesn't need anything extra. It will do its job and then some most of the time. On your next one, let's keep that leg lifted. And we take a bend push. So we bend the knee, push the heel away. Go bend push, bend push, bend push. And just as a mention, the height of the leg can determine like how things around the hip socket engage. So do play around with that. The height of the leg is kind of not really, Esme, some more words would be super helpful for all of us, I'm sure. Yeah, the height of the leg isn't really important. It's more the pushing away. So feel free to kind of play around with the height a little bit to see actually what feels most suitable in stopping your hips from gripping. Because if that's happening, you can make adjustments to see if you can ease it off a little bit. You've got 3 more pushes. Bend, push. Bend, push. Just one more time for me. Bend, push. Now keep the push. We push the leg up. Push the leg up. So again, think bum, think hamstring. Push it up. Pressing the heel away as you go. So there's as much length as possible as you can find. You've got 5. We go 4. We take 1 bend, push, 1 lift. So we take a bend, push. We push the leg up. Bend, push, push it up. Bend, push, push it up. You've got 6 more and then we lower that leg. Here we go. Bend, push it up. Bend, push it up. 4 more. Go 4. Push it up. 3 more. Keep breathing. Push it up. 2 more. Bend, push it up. Last one. Bend, push it up. Let that leg relax into the floor for a moment. Take a breath. Here we go. Foot still flexed, little toes wrapping around. Push into your standing leg, so your foot that's on the ground. This time as the leg floats off, we lift the chest. You can take a little look at your toes. Could you wrap the little toe round a bit more? And the knees facing the ceiling. And then we lower down. We push the heel away in order to lift. And we lower. Nice steady tempo for me. Push that heel away to lift. And lower. And you might find that your spine goes into a slight imprint. Absolutely cool. As we push the leg away, lifting the chest, as I mentioned a little bit later on in the set, but there can be a lot of sensation around the whole hip socket. And here, because the hip flex is in a lengthened position, it's actually quite good to be working it in that space as opposed to short, contracted. Speaking for myself, I tend to spend a lot of time seated nowadays. So really finding that length can be super helpful for the front of the pelvis. We're going to take 3 more, then we stay up. So the heel pushes away as the chest lifts. And we lower to relax. 2 more for me. Heel presses away as the chest lifts. And we relax. Last time, you're going to keep the lift for me. So the chest is up and the leg is up. We take those pushes up of the leg again. So the leg goes push and push and push. Now as the leg's pushing, can we take a little rock of the chest? So you've got that rock of the chest forwards as we're pushing that leg upwards. We've got 6, we've got 5. Keep wrapping that little toe around. You've got 3, you've got 2. Keep it there, stretch the ankles, the front of the ankle points. You're going to lift the leg until both knees are in line. We then flex the foot and lower the leg back down. Stretch the ankle, lift the leg up, and we flex to lower. Oh, I've got a little shake going on. Stretch to go up and lower. 3 more for me. See if you could drop that chest a little bit higher. That's the one. 2 more. Take it up and lower. 1 more time for me. Take it up and lower. Here we go. The pièce de résistance, the big finale. Let's lengthen the leg up. Both knees are in line. We take an inhale. You're going to reach towards your thigh. You might need to give yourself a little bit of impulse to get up. Use that thigh to support you. Could you float that leg any higher? And we take little lifts of the leg. We go lift. We go lift. Maybe we could release one arm up. A slight diagonal always helps for me, helps to reach me upwards. Maybe both. You've got 6. You've got 5. You've got it. You go 4. I know it's a lot. Go 3. Go 2. Hold it there for your finish. Take an inhale. Take that eye line just up. Look beyond your fingertips. Maybe both hands are off. Maybe that leg creeps higher. Maybe I'm being too ambitious. You've got 5. Yes, yes, yes. Stay with me. Go 4. You're going to release down in 3. Stretch it in 2. And 1. Gently relax everything down for me. Stretch both legs again. Let's reach the arms over the head. Take a big breath in here. Exhale. Ooh. And again, big breath in. Exhale. Gently relax the legs. Let's just hug the knees in before we come into that last section. Just give yourself a little wiggle. Again, let's just circle the ankles, because I know there's possibly a lot going on around that area too. And then we release to come onto our sides, just rolling around. Again, with your arm, you can take a position that feels most suitable for you. So it might be stretched out, it might be underneath your head. You've got a long waist. Underneath leg is bent, feel free to adjust it, particularly in regards to your hip. Top leg is long, toes facing forwards, knee facing forwards, hips are stacked, hip bones facing forwards. Take a breath. Oh yes. And then we're going to take the leg down. And we're going to come back up. As I mentioned, for some of us, maybe the leg goes to the floor. And for some of us, maybe not. And we're trying to keep the pelvis as still as possible here, taking it down and up. A lot of energy in the heel. Toes spreading wide. And just thinking of a slight wrap around of your little toe towards your big toe all the time. This just helps to kind of stop the foot from sitting outwards slightly. Keep that going for me. And just as with the turnout, which we're not quite at yet, but the leg will be able to lift to different heights depending on our anatomy. So just working within your body's range. Let's take 2 more. On the next one, the leg stays up and we take a little lift and hold. We go lift and hold, little lift and hold. Send a little bit of energy towards our inside thigh. We got that flexion of the toes. You've got 4, then we start to find our turnout in 3, in 2. Now keep it there, we're going to rotate, so we find our turnout, and then we bring the toes back. We rotate out and back. And you can also send some focus into your bum, and just notice how your bum activates or not as you rotate out. So does it shift the way in which the glutes turn on, or the parts of the glutes that turn on, as you find a rotation out and a rotation forwards. Really find that length for me. You've got 3 more of these. 2 more. On the next one, keep those toes up towards the ceiling. Just take little lifts here for 7, for 6. Keep pushing that heel away. You've just got 4. Go 3. We're going to start to take that leg down. So we take that leg down towards the floor. We then stretch the ankle and lift the leg back up. We flex on the way down. As I mentioned, if the turnout is feeling quite funky, then just flip it into parallel. You can also just release the leg a little if you need to. Give it a little tap, release the hip. We have 3 more of these, then we go for our full rainbows. 2 more. Here we go, let's go for the rainbow. So the foot's going to stay stretched, you're going to take the leg up, you're going to tap forwards and down, oh wow-wee, and then you're going to take it up, back to the side, oh my goodness. You can also come up onto the forearm as well. Wow, this feels quite wild for me right now. Oh yes. Taking a few more of these. If you're on the forearm, just think about that lift of the waist. If you're on the ground, thinking about the stretch of the waist still. So whichever position we've chosen, there's always a long waist. Let's just do 2 more of the rainbows, going up and over to tap in front, up and over to tap to the side. Last one, we're going to tap in front, we keep it in front. Here we go, we're going to tap, tap and lift. So we go tap, tap and lift. And you want to keep the hips pressing forward slightly. Tap, tap and lift. You've got 3 more, then we get ready for that hold. Tap, tap to lift. 2 more, you go tap, tap to lift. 1 more, we go tap, tap to lift. Now keep the lift. If you're on your forearm, we have the added option to push into those hands and float the hips up. Lovely, yes. Maybe reaching the arm up, could that leg get any higher? You've got 6, you've got 5, stay with me. Go 4, keep it up, go 3. We've got 6 lifts, then we're out. Let's go, we lift 6, we lift 5, we lift 4, we lift 3. That's the one, go 2. And 1, relax it down for me, relax it down, relax it down. Again, let's just take a few taps. Maybe have a little shake it, shake it, shake it. The feet can come to the front. We can take a couple of rocks here, just easing the hips. We shall take a little stretch again. We'll go for the same stretch. So again, your underneath leg could be straight or bent. We're going to step over, hook the thigh in. If that's enough, stay here. We could twist. You can also bend that underneath leg if you prefer. Keep growing up through the spine, so your spine is long, it's lengthened, we're spiraling, we're twisting, take some breaths. I'd then like you to take your hand that's hugging your thigh and just reach it towards your little toe. You're going to wrap it around the little toe, and we're just going to start to push the leg forwards. The leg doesn't necessarily need to straighten, for some of us it may do, for some of us maybe not, but just feeling that little bit of length through the leg. Take another deep breath in for me. Exhale out. Letting that leg relax down, and then we'll swap sides. So taking the leg over, hugging the thigh across, finding your twist. Keep finding this lengthening up through the body, tall, long. And then let's take the hand that's hugging the thigh, wrap it around towards the little toe, pushing away. Remember, the leg doesn't need to straighten, just goes as long as you need it for a little bit of release, a little bit of length. Let's take 2 breaths together, breathing in. Exhale out. 1 more time for me, breathing in. Exhale out, releasing the leg down. We're just going to finish off in a little plank position today. So shifting the weight around, I would like us to place our forearms on the floor. Got number 11 with the arms. We're going to step the legs back and then pop the knees down, release the toes. From here, we take a tuck of the pelvis, release. So you're going to go tuck, release. We go tuck, release. You've got 5 more, tuck, release. 4 more, you go tuck, release. 3 more, go tuck, release. 2 more, go tuck. Now on the next one, keep the tuck slightly. I'd like you to bring your right heel towards your glute and then see if you could float the knee off the floor and then lower the knee back down. You've got 5 more of these. You float the knee off the floor and you lower it back down. You've got 4 more. Float the knee off the floor and back down. Beautiful. Heel as close to that bum as possible. Up and down. Lovely. 2 more. We are going to take a release in between. On the next one, keep the leg up. Give me 6 stamps up, then we release it down. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, pop the knee down, relax the leg, relax the hips into the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, second side. Here we go. We're going to tuck the pelvis. We roll back up. Straight the way. You keep that tuck of the pelvis. You bring your heel towards your bum. Flex the foot if that feels okay. And that second side, we take the leg up. We bring it back down. We take it up. We bring it back down. You've got 4 more for me. Up, back, down. Beautiful. And again, up, back, down. 3 more. We go up and down. Just rock your whole torso forward slightly. Go up, On the next one, keep it up. You give me 6 pushes up here. You go 5, that's up 4, that's up 3. We go 2, relax the knee, relax the leg, roll down through the pelvis. Take a moment, inhale. Here we go, our final little push. We're gonna roll back up through the pelvis. Now we have some stillness here to finish. You could either stay here or you tuck your toes underneath. Think of your bum, think of your hamstrings. Push those hamstrings through the space to lengthen those legs. Wherever you are, you've got 20 seconds of hold. This will be our final thing here. Keep breathing for me. Long body, glutes wrapping, hamstring stretching, head reaching in the opposite direction. Breathe, breathe, breathe for me. We're halfway through. Here we go as we head for that final 10. If you would like an extra challenge, if you're feeling particularly wild, let's take a bend of the knees. And imagine pulling your knees and your elbows towards each other whilst the knees are hovering off the floor. You've got 6 counts here. We go 5, then we release backwards. In 4, go 3, last 2, and 1. Relax back into that child's pose. Beautiful work, everyone. Take a moment, hips back to those heels. Just let the head relax. Let your hands rest wherever they need. They could be in front, they could be behind. Palms up, palms down. And then just slowly start to shift up through the body. Rock the weight forwards. Just find yourselves in your all fours for a moment. Take a couple of cat-cows here. Drop the belly and lift the belly. Just giving yourself a few moments just to mobilise through your spine, dropping and lifting. And then we slowly relax the hips back. Let those legs come all the way around. Just switching to face me for just a moment before we come out. Just take your legs into a position that feels comfortable. We take a deep breath in, kind of collecting the space, drawing everything together. We're then going to rotate the palms, and it's like you're pushing the space out of the way just to make a little bit more room for the body. We'll do this 2 more times. Just taking that big reach in, like you're collecting the space that's around you. And as you exhale, we're just pressing that space away to create a little more room for ourselves. 1 more time, big breath in. This time, let's let those hands settle together, palms of the hands together. And as we finish, just bring everything back down through the center, collating the energy back into that midline.